What's going down, T-Subs and Squad? So listen, as you could tell, I'm in my kitchen, okay? I'm in my kitchen. I honestly did not feel like getting behind the green screen today. And mainly because while Greenleaf was decent last night, it really wasn't anything that, pulling out green screen worthy. It was a decent episode, though. Please do not misconstrue what I'm saying. Put this down a little bit. It was a decent episode. It's just, I ain't feel like doing all the rest of that today. Besides, I got to get out of here in a little while anyway. So I don't want to put more on myself than I can bear. So Greenleaf season 5, episode 4. This is the 4th day. So the episode starts off with AJ being in the hospital and the doctor comes in and she tells Noah as well as Gigi that she believes that AJ could stand to benefit going to a mental facility for 6 weeks. But AJ wants to go home with Noah. Now, while I'm here for AJ wanting to get to know his dad, because that is a very important step as well for this young man's healing and to get a sense of who he is and a sense of his identity, I do feel like you can stand to carry your ass down to Eastern State for at least 12 weeks. Fuck 6 weeks, 12 weeks. Because anytime somebody wants to kill themselves, I really don't see 6 weeks inpatient is going to do enough. Considering the fact that this boy been dealing with trauma ever since he first got pushed out the cooch, evidently. You know what I'm saying? In and out of jail and getting raped down to the jail cell, dropping the soap, got raped, gang banged, and now the monkey is on his back and that monkey ain't gonna never get off his back. So yeah, I do feel like AJ could stand some intensive therapy. I really do. But I'm here for him trying to get some type of sense of who he is, and that's where Noah comes in, and I'm here for it. Gigi, I understand how you feel, but you can't raise a man. K. Michelle told us that, girl. Bishop and Jacob and Lady Mae discuss what's going on. I completely understand why Bishop went off the way he did, and I could understand why Lady Mae pseudo went off on him and kicked him up out the house for a couple of hours. Because y'all know he ain't gonna be gone too long. Lady Mae ain't gonna have that. But I definitely understood why. It's like at the end of the day, you could have came to me the minute Baldine ass Clarissa came to you with this foolishness. You should have came to me right then instead of going behind my back trying to figure out stuff on your own. You heard a story. Now you done made it up in your mind that you sort of, kind of, and a small bit of you probably believes it, because Jacob, if you didn't, you just would have went straight to James from the giddy up. You understand me? You would have did all of that research and trying to figure out with him instead of doing it on your own. But I get it. Moving on. Charity reading Judy after the meeting, and Grace wants to bring Charity in on the plan. Listen, despite how any of us feel about Charity at this point, she is still a Greenleaf. That is still their sister. And at the end of the day, they're all going to have to come together and unite as one to either stop whatever it is that Bob and H&H and Phil and Judy got going on, or start all afresh, all over again with a fresh new church. And it is going to take everybody to get on some type of common ground. So I am here for that. But Charity, you did get some cool points for me because you read that Judy down to the ground and I was all here for it. So for that, you get some cool points, and I'm going to take my foot off of your neck for now. We'll see what you do next episode, because I might just put that bitch back up there. Lady Mae goes to read Clarissa and tells her, and she tells her the truth about everything and admits she only told him about the will because she thought that would make him change his mind about the divorce. Clarissa, I still don't see it for you. However, I do understand. Listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, and you know what? It ain't even me that kept trying to tell y'all, because girl H-Town said it best. The sweetest woman in the world can become the meanest woman in the world if you make her that way. Da-da-da-da-da. You was sitting around here sleeping on this woman with not only Alexa, and you had a small little kiss with Tasha Skanks, but then you did something with the cook, and there was a whole nother woman. And it's like, at some point, enough is just enough. And at some point, I'm sorry, it's just over. There's only so many I'm sorries that I can allow, just like there's only so many times you can make the same mistake before, you know, karma comes back to collect. And Jacob, I'm sorry. That's just what this situation is. This is karma coming back to collect, and you can't take it. You can't take it, and you can't accept it. Oh, well. But don't get me wrong, Jacob. I thoroughly understand why all of those other women's was a complete getaway from your usual norm and what you're used to dealing with. I get it. But at the end of the day, I also been Clarissa. I know what it's like to have the same man cheat on you time and time and time and time again, and that shit don't never feel good. So, hey, I feel like this. Y'all both are at fault for where the hell y'all marriage is right now. Y'all both are at fault for it. You share more of the blame than she do, but both of y'all are at fault for it. Moving on. Lady Mae tells Jacob to forgive Clarissa and move on. Lady Mae definitely had a point. Again, yeah, that's your mama. No, she don't like Clarissa, but at the end of the day, she was a woman before she became your mother. So I respect Lady Mae in that aspect. No matter how she may have felt or feels about Clarissa, she's still a woman. You understand? So I was here for Lady Mae with that. Bishop goes to see Tara James to talk. It really won't nothing much to that. He was just sitting there letting her know, like, listen, your daddy ain't called me the night that situation happened. She called some other man. I think it was alluding something to the fact that he was supposed to be mayor or something like that. I don't know. But he was sitting up there saying, yo, listen, that man ain't called me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Your dad's blood is not on my hands. And I don't know if it's true or not. I will hope it ain't true. I would hope it's not true, but we aren't going to know until either later on down the line or never, because this is the final season. Moving on. Judy fires Charity. Charity, I don't feel bad for you. And the thing about it, Charity, is I don't know what you was expecting to come up out of this situation, but what the hell you got? Everybody got fired. And you somehow thought that you were supposed to be the token one to not get fired. I can't feel bad for you, Charity. I can't. Charity tells Phil how she really feels. Again, Charity, I don't know what you was expecting. You made a stupid decision in a dummy move, all for the sake of love. Because of love, I know you better. But see, this is the thing about it, though, Charity. You and him was seeking the same thing. And you and him was basically doing the same thing. But where he beat you at the punch is he wanted it way more than you did. And he could very well harbor all of these deep-seated feelings for you. But him wanting his goal to be met trumps whatever type of love or affection that he has for you. Sorry, mama, that's just the name of the game. Bishop giving Gigi advice about AJ, and Bishop was absolutely right. Like, Gigi, you did your part. You did your part. You reached back out to him. You supported him financially. You lied to get him up out of jail. You know the truth that he really did do it, but you were still there with him. You gave him some place to stay. You put food in his stomach. I mean, you've done all that you can do. You understand me? Now it is time for his father to do all that he can do. And then y'all could come together and do all that y'all can do together. Okay? It does not have to all fall on your shoulders. I get it. That's an airplane. Girl, my cylinder stuff started rambling a little bit. I was about to say, what is that? I get it. You know, you are a superwoman. Yes, you are. And I'm all here for that. But at the end of the day, K. Michelle said it. You can't raise a man. That's basically what your daddy said. You can't raise a man. And listen, He took it home when he said you was gone for 20 years, but you came back. Nobody was expecting it. So the same situation is going to happen with AJ. He's going to come to you when he see fit and when he's ready. Jacob goes to talk to Clarissa, but he still can't forgive her. I already talked about that. I mean, listen, Clarissa, at the end of the day, you cheated and you bought him back something. I can understand why it's going to take him a little bit more longer to forgive you than, I mean, because at least he cheated. But see, he ain't cheat and bring you something home, bitch. You did. But at the end of the day, Jacob, your mama, listen, you don't have the right to throw stones at her glass house out of all of the damn stones that need to be, boulders at this point, that need to be thrown in yours. Moving on. Judy tries to give Phil head later that night, but he said, no, hell no, get your lips off of me. Ain't that something? See, that's what them no good white women do. They'll fall down on their knees to suck, to give your man some fellatio, okay? Be Becky with the good hair, but the gag is, Judy, he don't want what you got. He got that piece of melanin, and now there's nothing that you could ever do for him no more at this point. You're good for him right now because he needs you right now. Once he's done with you, he gonna chew you up and spit you out. The same way y'all did the Greenleafs. But girl, it's karma. Tara calls Bishop to tell him that she wants to speak to him again about the house situation. And that was basically the end of the episode. So like I said, y'all, that was the reason why I won't no need to get up under the green screen. It took a lot for me to pull that little bit up out of here and make it longer than 10 minutes so that I could chop it up and make some coin off of it. But y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. It wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad. I was just pussyfooting around. Because, girl, I don't know. I'm just pussyfooting around today. I'm just feeling real blah. But y'all jump down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's get the discussion popping. And until next time, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye.
I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up. And I got my plane ticket. That kush, that be my starter kit.